Are you searching for a great up-and-coming suburb here in the Sacramento area? Maybe something that's not overcrowded but is still offering amazing schools and is a great place to raise a family? Well, look no further than Lincoln, California. This up-and-coming community is close to areas like Roseville and Rocklin, but is quieter and has a little bit more of a relaxed vibe. In today's video, I'm going to give you the full scoop on Lincoln, California, and show you some of the top areas to live here in Lincoln, but I'm also going to be uncovering some new hot developments coming here into the area. Let's get into the video. This is Lincoln, California. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam Galovi, your local real estate professional here in the Sacramento area. This channel is dedicated to people such as yourself wanting to know more about Sacramento and, of course, all the exciting up-and-coming development. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell so you get notified every time we're releasing new videos about Sacramento. All right, let's get into it. Lincoln is one of those up-and-coming, exciting areas next to Roseville and Rocklin, which tend to be definitely more popular and some of the communities that we get asked about all the time from people looking to relocate here into Sacramento. What makes Lincoln a little bit different in my eyes, it's a little bit further out, but it's offering some really amazing opportunities for housing. Of course, you have the suburbs and the newer suburbs that are kind of growing and expanding. Great places for families to live, but you also have some more rural parts to Lincoln that most people don't know about. And here you can have some really beautiful foothills properties, either with views or something a little bit separated. You can have small farmhouse style homes on a couple acres or really custom homes, 5,000 or more square feet with some really lavish living. So there really is quite a range of homes here in Lincoln and a little bit of something for everyone. But most of Lincoln gets referred to its suburb living. It's a lot of families looking to move into the area or stay in the area because of the great rated schools, but also it's just a great place to raise a family. It's got a smaller town charm to it where neighbors really know each other and get to know each other. All of my clients and friends that have lived in Lincoln would say similar things where they get together for 4th of July with their neighbors and kind of hang out or do barbecues together, which is really awesome. So if you're not a social person, this might not be the place for you. So Lincoln, California is really on the northern side of the Sacramento region. It's still here in Placer County, next to areas like Roseville and Rocklin. It's really on the northern side of those areas. A lot of our clients that have been relocating here into the areas, they typically ask about places like Roseville. And while Roseville is an awesome place to live, and you could definitely check out some of our previous videos on Roseville, I'll link those down below. It sometimes gets a little bit overcrowded and it's a little busy, and sometimes the housing just doesn't work for everyone. So a great second option would be like Rocklin, which tends to be a little bit more expensive, and then also Lincoln, which is offering some great pricing. With Lincoln, it tends to be the area a little bit less traveled. It's got some stunning areas that I personally would love to live in, and I'll be sharing those with you as well. So let's get into some of the hot areas that Lincoln has to offer. 12 Bridges. 12 Bridges is one of the more notable areas that gets mentioned a lot. It's a huge master plan development that's been going on since the early 2000s and is still developing some new construction homes even as we speak. Now, one of the great things about 12 Bridges is it is close to Highway 65. It's really on the south side of Lincoln, California. So if you're looking to get quickly into places like Roseville or Rocklin, this is a great area to be in. But more notably, it's also bordering the master plan development of Whitney Ranch in Rocklin, which is also very popular, and they are literally bordering each other. So sometimes I have clients looking to move into Whitney Ranch that may shift into 12 Bridges if they're open to it. The other great thing about 12 Bridges is you're in a highly rated school district with some really amazing elementary, middle, and a brand new high school, 12 Bridges High School, that just recently opened up as well. It's really an up-and-coming suburb. I personally really like it. One of the things that stands out about 12 Bridges to me is that there's a lot of trails tucked in behind these neighborhoods, especially the further up 12 Bridges Drive that you go. There's some really beautiful preserves out there. And honestly, in the fall or spring season when everything is green and lush, it truly is a beautiful place to live. Can't recommend it enough. I think 12 Bridges is one of the hot zones for Lincoln right now. Now, to show you here on a map, 12 Bridges is really off of, you've guessed it, 12 Bridges Drive right here. And if you could zoom in, you can see all this area right here, really to the east of Highway 65 is 12 Bridges. Now going on this way, you're going to see a lot of new development right here in this corner. KB Homes is building some developments as well as Century Homes. And if you'd like to see some of those model tours, I'll link them down below. You also have Sun City Lincoln Hills, which is a huge active adult community here on the northern side, which is honestly like a small town on its own, which I'll get into some of the active adult communities in a little bit. But the further you go down 12 Bridges Drive right here, the homes are a little bit more established. There's a lot of beautiful nature preserves and parkways right here. As you can see, Coyote Pond Park. And we've also had a lot of clients buy newer homes up here. Now, the one thing with 12 Bridges is the further you go in this way, you will see pricing raise as you go right here. A lot of the homes here are already pushing the $1 million mark because you do have views, and it is a little bit different scenery versus starting here right off 12 Bridges exit. If I was to explain it, it's kind of like you're going up a roadway showing some really beautiful scenery, and the homes there tend to be on ridges. Now, on the back side of here, a very notable area is going to be kind of the Casa Verdera area right here, and a lot of custom, semi-custom homes are in this area. You can easily be pushing 1.5 to 2.5 million if you get into this area. But 12 Bridges, kind of in this section right here, tends to be about $1 million, maybe $1.5 million in this upper region. And then homes here, as I was mentioning, some of those new developments can be starting in the high 500s and the low 600s. All right, another hot area you're going to want to know about is going to be Lincoln Crossing. Now, to pull it up on a map here, Lincoln Crossing is going to be really kind of on the south side of Highway 65, even though technically you are a little bit more north of 12 Bridges, which we were mentioning down here. Lincoln Crossing is like right in this area right here. Now, there's going to be a lot of great single-family homes, and one of the things here is that you are going to be part of the Lincoln Crossing HOA. Now, even though Lincoln Crossing HOA might not be as exciting for everyone, it has a really cool clubhouse with pools and all sorts of recreational activity. This is a great area for younger families to get together, get to know each other. And we've had a lot of families personally live in this area right here, and they really like that community aspect. That's what Lincoln gets known for, is really the community aspect. So if that's someone like you that wants access to the pools and kind of the recreational facilities, this might be for you. Now, in here, there's a lot of kind of little different neighborhoods, but one particular thing I want to mention is there is some smaller gated neighborhoods. We've even had a client where the homes are a little bit tighter, minimal maintenance backyard, so they're going to be a little bit closer together in some of these neighborhoods. So just depending what type of lifestyle you're looking for, there's, I think, definitely a mix here. Now, when I mentioned Lincoln Crossing, it doesn't necessarily have to be just right in here, but in this general area, you can also be a part of the HOA as well. One thing that makes Lincoln Crossing stand out versus some of the other parts of Lincoln is that right here, you're going to have a lot of shopping. Like right off this exit right here on Highway 65, you're going to see a lot of stuff. Like right there, it's going to be like Target, Home Depot, TJ Maxx, In-N-Out, Kobe and Teppanyaki. Gotta love that. But there's a handful of restaurants in here. Sprouts Farmers Market, so all sorts of stuff like that. I've personally had clients love to live here because, I mean, in just a couple minutes from your house, you could be next to a plethora of shopping. As far as like your basics that you can get to, of course, you got your banks and stuff like that. So for day-to-day living, this is a great area to live in, especially because a lot of the times people that don't know Lincoln, they'll compare it to Roseville and they say, you know what, Roseville has all the shopping. Roseville is where it's at. And while that may be true to an extent with like the mall and some higher end shopping that's going on in Roseville, in reality, day to day, you don't really need to go to Louis Vuitton at the Galleria Mall. So if you're open to suburban living and not necessarily need to be next to the mall, this is a great location. On that note, while people are referencing Roseville a lot more, Roseville is also getting very busy. And even though we've had so many clients move into Roseville because of the great name that it's acquired, a lot of the newer development that you see in Roseville is really on the west side, and it's not necessarily closer to any shopping whatsoever. Most of those people are commuting 15 to 20 minutes to get to the central part of Roseville, so that is something you're going to want to keep an eye out on if you are looking at Roseville. Now, I did want to mention that Lincoln is also really well known for its active adult community. Specifically, Sun City Lincoln Hills has been a popular Del Webb community where you have a ton of recreational activities, a golf course, and really the whole area of the Del Webb community feels like its own little city and town. And it's also got some amazing nature trails that I've personally got to walk and just enjoy. It's a beautiful place to live. So again, if you are looking for an active adult community, there's a lot of resale homes in the Sun City Lincoln Hills community. But if you're looking for something a little bit newer, resort style living, and still has the active adult feel, I would definitely check out Taylor Morrison Esplanade. And I believe we have some videos on that community as well, so I'll try to link those down below. That's going to be a new higher end active adult community with brand new homes. But I'll also be sharing some new exciting developments here in a little bit, and I'll share one more active adult community when we get there. Now, while we're talking about some of the hot or best areas to live in Lincoln, I also wanted to bring up some of the newer developments so you're aware of how Lincoln is expanding right now. And getting back to our map here, I want to show you that while we are here, I've showed you 12 bridges so far. I've shown you Lincoln Crossing. But as we go further up north into this part of Lincoln right here, there is a community right here called Independence. Now, on this northern side of Lincoln, I will tell you, it's a little bit further out for most people, and you'll see it on the drive. As you're going up Highway 65, you're passing 12 Bridges exit. You're going to go a few exits up, and you're going to get to this northern part right here. And Independence right now has a few various builders, and one of the main builders right now is going to be TriPoint. TriPoint is doing 2 series of homes. They're going to be starting in the high 500s, low 600s, well into the 700s, depending on the type of home you want. Now, we've done some reviews on these communities, so if you'd like to know what the model tours look like, I'll link those down below. But this is going to be an up-and-coming area, and really, it's kind of the northern part of Lincoln. So just generally speaking, you are going to see resale homes coming up in here as well that are really nice neighborhoods, but just keep that in mind. Also, on this part of Lincoln, what may be a drawback for some people is it starts getting a little bit more rural right here. You're going to start to see more open farm fields, stuff like that. And you also have a small local regional airport right here as well. So again, it's all about personal preference and taste, but those are some things that I did want to mention for you. We do currently have some clients buying in this area. There's a lot of great incentives going on with some really nice new homes. Now, zooming out on my map, I also wanted to show you some newer developments near Highway 193, and then I'm going to get into some really exciting developments, like a master plan development that's huge and up and coming. But right here, if we're going to zoom out, you're going to see this is kind of Old Town Lincoln right here. You're going to see a lot more older homes in this vicinity next to Lincoln High School. But over right here, you'll see Highway 193. And even though Highway 193 is just that, it's a highway, it's a great back road if you want to get to Sierra College Boulevard over here and jump over to the Highway 80, or again, cross over to like Newcastle and Auburn and places like that. But right here, the reason I bring it up, Highway 193, on this way, you're going to see Turkey Creek Golf Club. There's going to be some newer developments over here by Elliott Homes, but then you're also going to see some newer developments by Esplanade, which is the active adult community by Taylor Morrison. So there is newer development over here as well. Now, I really want to jump into an exciting master plan development called Bigford Ranch. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you've probably seen some reviews about this, but there's some exciting luxury home builders coming into this development. I personally think this is going to be one of those communities that's on the up and up, and it will be for a while. Now, Bigford Ranch is going to be kind of on the eastern side of Lincoln, really on the backside. Earlier, I mentioned 12 Bridges, and if you take 12 Bridges all the way back here off Sierra College Boulevard, we're going to be in this area right here. Bigford Ranch is going to be right around here, and it's going to be a huge master plan development with over 1,900 acres. Now, Bigford Ranch currently has 3 different builders, one of them being Toll Brothers, offering a beautiful luxury product. If you're looking for homes in the $1 to $1.5 million range with stunning views, this is going to be a great development for you to check out. We've actually done a model tour on this one, so if you want to check that out, check out the link below. Also, TriPoint will be building in the low $1 million mark right here, also offering some really nice views. So you're still going to have some access to TriPoint and Toll Brothers here in Bigford Ranch. You're also going to have a beautiful active adult community, which one of our clients had the honors of getting so far. Those homes are going to also have resort style living, where you're going to have the pool, the clubhouse, get to know all your neighbors, and be in a stunning community. So if you'd like to know more information on any of these new up and coming developments, you can always reach out to me and my team. We specialize in new construction sales here in Sacramento, and I'll also link down a few videos down below to make sure that you get the full overview of Bigford Ranch. Well, that's what's going on in Lincoln, California. I hope you guys have enjoyed this overview of Lincoln and some of these map tours, giving you a good sense of what Lincoln has to offer. It really is an expansive area, and there's a lot of territory to cover. If If you're ever looking to move here into Lincoln, California, we'd love to be a real estate resource of choice for you here in the area. If you're looking for a new build, a resale home, or even to sell your property here in the area, you can always reach out to me and my team. Our information is linked right there down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up or consider subscribing. My name is Sam Galovi, your local real estate pro here in Sacramento. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.